Ancient Egypt had already gripped the world in the early 20th century, but it reached unprecedented heights when Howard Carter uncovered the tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun in November 1922. Unlike other royal tombs, which had been looted centuries earlier, this burial chamber remained almost entirely intact, glittering with gold artifacts, ornate chariots, and the Boy King's famous funerary mask. The discovery seemed almost magical, yet within months, whispers of a sinister shadow began to spread. Lord Carnarvon, the wealthy British aristocrat who had financed years of excavation, fell ill after a mosquito bite on his cheek became infected. His sudden death in April 1923, just a few weeks after the official opening of the tomb, became the seed from which the curse legend sprouted. Newspapers from London to New York seized on the story, claiming that an ancient inscription warned of swift vengeance upon any who disturbed the pharaoh's rest. Whether or not such a warning actually existed remains doubtful, but it made for irresistible headlines. Over the years, more deaths were folded into the curse narrative. George J. Gould, an American visitor to the tomb, died of pneumonia shortly after his visit. A British archaeologist named A.C. Mace, who had worked closely with Carter, died suddenly in 1928. Even Carter's canary was said to have been eaten by a cobra, the symbol of Egyptian royalty, on the very day the tomb was opened. Each incident was treated as further proof of supernatural retribution, even if the connections were tenuous at best. In reality, many of the most important figures involved in the excavation lived long lives. Carter himself died peacefully at age 64 in 1939, 17 years after the tomb's discovery. Others on the team lived into their 70s and 80s, casting doubt on the idea of an all-powerful curse. Some scientists have proposed a more earthly explanation for the few mysterious illnesses, such as the presence of toxic mold spores, long-dormant bacteria, or even ancient bat droppings within the sealed chambers, but evidence for these theories is sparse. The persistence of the curse in popular imagination owes much to the cultural climate of the 1920s. The world was fascinated by spiritualism, the occult, and exotic stories from distant lands. Egypt, with its monumental pyramids, enigmatic hieroglyphs, and mummified kings, offered the perfect backdrop for a supernatural mystery. Hollywood films, pulp novels, and magazine illustrations soon embraced the mummy's curse as a thrilling trope, blending fact with fiction until the line between the two became almost invisible. Today, the curse of Tutankhamun's tomb is widely regarded as a legend fueled more by newspaper sensationalism than by historical fact. Yet its legacy endures, reminding us how quickly human imagination can transform coincidence into myth, and how the wonders of the past can still stir both awe and fear.